Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grand Tour Wrestling Wednesday Night Brawl. I'm your host, Infinite Fantasy, and we're here to celebrate the holiday season here live at the Hammerstein Ballroom here in Manhattan, New York City. We're starting things off with a tag team title match. We're going to have Kaden Carter and Katana Chance challenge Adrian Nevermore and Madison Page for the women's tag team titles in our opening match here at the Manhattan Center. And here comes one half of the tag team champions, Madison Page. This is Evil Incarnate, making her way down the ramp to the ring here on Wednesday Night Brawl. Ever since teaming up with Adrian Nevermore, these two women have been dominating the women's tag team division. Over the past month, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance have won match after match after match, earning their right to challenge these two for the women's tag team titles here tonight. And who knows, this is the holiday season, and we're here in New York City. Anything can happen. We could be starting off tonight's amazing holiday spectacular with new women tag team champions here tonight. And we have Bowling God 74 who says in the live chat section, he's online waiting for food. That's right. Before we get into our tag team title match, don't forget to visit the Manhattan Center's food concession stand here tonight. And here comes Madison Page's tag team partner, the other half of the women's tag team champions, Adrian Nevermore, here ready to defend her title in this opening match. The crowd here at the Hammerstein Ballroom is absolutely ecstatic as we're about to get this tag team match underway.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the team of Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. And their opponents, the Women's Tag Team Champions, Madison Page and Adrian Havoc.
And there's the tag team champions, Havoc, raising their belts in the air, ready to defend their tag team titles here in tonight's opening match for a Wednesday Night Brawl, live here at the Manhattan Center Hammerstein Ballroom, live in New York City. We're about to start this holiday season with a big bang as we start off with Kaden Carter and Madison Page as the two legal women in this tag team title match. And here comes the bell. We're on our way to this opening match. And immediately, Madison Page showing no mercy with that backbreaker, going for the pin. Kaden Carter immediately kicking out. And now they grapple up. Kaden Carter with an Irish whip onto Madison Page into the corner as she tags in Katana Chance. And here's that double teamwork, double super kick by Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. That double teamwork that has served these two so well over the last month, earning them this tag team title shot. And there's Katana Chance looking to dislocate the leg of Madison Page. And a reversal by Massive Paige using a big move to take down Katana Chance. And you could see the massive size difference between these two. Massive Paige using a mixture of her agility and size advantage over Katana Chance, but Katana Chance able to reverse the submission, getting out of it. And now they grapple up once more. This Katana Chance pulling Massive Paige by the pair, throwing her onto the ring canvas. And there's a leg scissors by Katana Chance, now tagging in her partner, Kayden Carter. And I think the reason why these two women work so well is they know how to utilize each other in a tag team match. They know when to tag in and out. They know how to keep each other fresh, how to keep each other from getting worn out, and they know exactly how to work together, as we're about to get an example right here as they deliver another double super kick onto Madison Paige. And as Madison Paige tagging in Adrian Nevermore, finally able to get the fresh woman in this tag team match. There's Katana Chance working on the leg. And a kick right to the side temple. And now, there's a shooting star press, bounce off the second rope, but Kayden Carter able to break up the count before the referee could even start. Now, Adrian Nevermore off the ropes with a double X handle onto Katana Chance. And you can see that the women's tag team champions are now gaining the advantage. Havoc now dominating in this title match. And Adrian Nevermore stomping on the hand of Katana Chance. And you can see that size and power is starting to overwhelm Katana Chance here. It's Katana Chance being thrown to the corner. Adrian Nevermore making a tag to Madison Paige. And a shot to the ribs. A hard right by Madison Paige. Katana Chance immediately recovering though, going for that Irish whip. Madison Paige off the ropes, and Katana Chance sweeps the leg. And now Katana Chance showing off a little too much and paying for it as Adrian Nevermore gets to jump on her. Now once again, Havoc gaining the advantage in this women's tag team title match. There's a knee to the head. Madison Paige now making a tag to Adrian Nevermore. And a moonsault by Nevermore onto Katana Chance. She gets her way to the second turnbuckle. And a shooting star press. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, and Katana Chance kicks out but barely. She needs to get that tag to Kayden Carter, or else this match could be all over. Adrian Nevermore sizing her up. And here she comes. Adrian with the Nevermore. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, and oh my God, I don't believe it. Somehow, Katana Chance gets her shoulder up. Somehow she kicks out Adrian's finisher move, the Nevermore. And there's Adrian Nevermore, that strike combo, now tagging in Massive Paige. And these two using the same strategy that has gotten Kayden Carter and Katana Chance so far. Kayden Carter making the tag in, attempting to go on the offensive, and she does, knocking Madison Paige down, giving Katana Chance a moment to rest here as she is now the legal woman. There's Madison Paige, kick to the sternum, DDT. And now she's sizing her up. She's going for the finisher. Katana Chance knocked out outside the ring. And there's the executioner. 1, 2, but Katana Chance able to break up the count. Maybe saving this match. That would have 100% been a 3 count if not for Katana Chance. There's Kayden Carter being thrown to the corner. Madison Paige tagging in Adrian Nevermore. Havoc going for a double team move. Here comes the Irish whip. And a double hip toss by Havoc. And here comes another comment by Bowling God 74. The kids are hungry. They want gifts. Oh my God, I tell them, know your role. We have to hurry to our seats for this epic night. live in NYC. So ladies and gents, boys and girls, you better be ready for this great night. So buy all your food, candy, soda, and ice cream you can carry and park your butt in your seat because this night is going to be awesome. That goes for the commentators well. Thank you, Bowling God 74. Definitely much appreciated. I'm loving the enthusiasm here in the live chat. Back in this match, Caden Carter has gotten the reversal on Adrian Evermore and almost won the tag team titles right there, but Adrian Evermore able to kick out. And here goes a huge right by Adrian Evermore. And the entire theater just shook right there. The fans on their seats here at the Hammerstein Ballroom as Adrian Evermore sizes her up. And Caden Carter is down. 1, 2, 3. And Havoc retains the women's tag team titles.
Here are your winners and still women's tag team champions, Madison Payne and Adrian Havoc.
Another successful title defense by Havoc. Caden Carter and Katana Chance are to be commended for getting this far, winning matches all month long to get this shot at the women's title. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why Havoc holds the belts. Ladies and gentlemen, happy holidays. This is your host, Infinite Fantasy, live here at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. And we got a great card for you tonight here on GTW BRAWL. We just got our opening match. The tag team titles were on the line and successfully defended. But we still have Benjamin Moore going one-on-one with Kyle Fletcher tonight in a one-on-one exhibition match. We're also gonna have coming up for your entertainment, Hercules. After we'll be taking on Catalysm in a champion versus champion match. The World Heavyweight title, World Heavyweight Champion Hercules will be going one-on-one with the Hardcore Champion Catalysm. A chance for the old guys to get a receipt after Catalysm had helped Jon Moxley attack Archangel backstage last week. And we have our main event tonight. The Women's Championship will be on the line as Rachel Rodriguez will be defending against Summer Rae, who has won the #1 contendership with her victory at the Battle Royal last week on Dystopia. Don't go away, folks. We got a whole card for you here tonight. And when we return, John Bradshaw Layfield will be coming out to the ring to address the crowd here in New York City. After a quick break. And here comes John Bradshaw Layfield making his way to the ring here in New York City. Welcome back, folks. We have John Bradshaw Layfield looking to address the crowd. Let's hear what he has to say. Farouk, for the sake of our history, I'm going to ask you to please come out here so we can talk man to man. Now, I don't want to have to fight you in a Hell in a Cell. So please, just... Oh, and here comes Farouk coming out to answer John Bradshaw Layfield. Here I am. You wanted to talk to me, John? Well, go on. Let's talk. What is it you have to say to me? Listen, Farouk. We've known each other for a long time. We always had each other's back. We don't need to get into a Hell in a Cell match. Haven't we beaten each other up enough? Why don't we just call the whole thing off and let bygones be bygones? You want to call it off, huh? You're right. We have known each other for a long time. For many years, we've been a team, saving each other's asses, getting drunk, running a business, winning the gold, and all the girls that came with it. Yeah, we had some good times together, haven't we? We had the best of times. But then you turned your back on me. We were ride or die, Bradshaw, and you chose money over your best friend. That's when I knew. I knew you only cared about yourself. Damn it, Farouk. You're the one who said something stupid to the boss. What was I supposed to do? Sync with you? Yes, you were supposed to have my back. Leave with me, and we were supposed to take our business somewhere else. Damn it, John, I would have done the same for you. No matter how stupid you were, I would have had your back. Because that is what brothers do. I gave you a chance to bury the hatchet when we had one last match. Man, you couldn't even face me like a man. You had to use some damn cheap shot to feel big. Well, this time, we're gonna settle it for real. This Christmas, at Holiday Mayhem, me and you are going to be locked inside a Hell in a Cell. And you will have no choice but to face me like a man. Alright, Farouk. I see where you stand. If that's the way it's gonna be, I'll see you in Hell in a Cell. And the stage is set, folks. It's 100% official. This Christmas at Holiday Mayhem, live at Madison Square Garden, JBL versus Farouk, two brothers, two former friends, now enemies, will face each other in a brutalizing Hell in a Cell match. Wait, are you serious? Damien drugged my water? Yeah, that is why you were feeling sick during your title defense. When Charles found out, he has decided to greenlight a rematch. You will get your chance to win back the Grand Tour title at Holiday Mayhem. That's amazing news. Once again, we'll each have our titles. Then me and you can go after that punk Damien and Rebecca Troy for those intergender tag team titles. Yeah, about that. Look, Dio, here's the thing. Me and Steven won the first contender match for those belts. We're gonna be facing them on Christmas. Are you serious? You're going after the intergender tag team titles without me? Your brother? Hey, an opportunity knocked. It was already promised to Steven Dynamite, and he needed a partner. We made a promise. We talked about this as kids, and now you're teaming up with Dynamite? It was supposed to be me and you, the Fallen. That was the plan when we trained together. Like I said, Dio, this was his opportunity. He wanted Amanda as his partner, but she took the night off. You're the ones who decided to go out on a date on a work night, so don't get mad at me for seizing the moment. If you want Damien, I'm sure Mr. Elliott will be more than happy to give him to you one-on-one. Welcome back, everyone, and we got singles competition coming up next as Benjamin Bourne goes one-on-one with Kyle Fletcher right here on GTW BRAWL.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing in at 231 pounds, Bad Boy Benjamin Bourne.
And here comes the natural Bad Boy Benjamin Bourne, making his way in the ring for this one-on-one match. He's set to take on the Intercontinental Champion, Holiday Gray, at Holiday Mayhem. I just realized it's going to be Holiday Gray versus Benjamin Bourne at Holiday Mayhem. And I'm loving it. Benjamin Bourne trying to seize the Intercontinental Championship for a very long time. And he was hoping to be chosen for it. However, chosen a few weeks ago, had lost it to the newcomer Holiday Gray. Now Benjamin Bourne looking to take the title for himself this Christmas at our pay-per-view event.
And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 205 pounds, Kyle Fletcher.
And here comes his opponent for tonight. Kyle Fletcher in his one-on-one singles exhibition match here at the Hammerstein Ballroom. You can almost say this is a bit of a warm-up for Benjamin Bourne before it gets into his Intercontinental title match against Holiday Gray at our Christmas pay-per-view event next Thursday. And Holiday Mayhem will be taking place at Madison Square Garden. However, we got the electric energy here at the Hammerstein Ballroom as we're about to get into singles action. We've had an incredible night thus far as Havoc had successfully defended their women's tag team titles against Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. We had some words spread between JBL and Farouk going into their Hell in a Cell match next Thursday. And it seems tensions are rising between Dio Sebastian and The Witch after she has delivered the news of her and Steven Dynamite's intergender tag team title match coming up at Holiday Mayhem. But right now, we got the bell being rung here at the Hammerstein Ballroom here on Wednesday Night Brawl. Benjamin Bourne going on the offensive on Kyle Fletcher here in this singles match. And he goes to stomp on Kyle Fletcher right in the sternum and just walks right over him, and he's living up to the name Bad Boy. And now the two are locking up. Benjamin Bourne bringing Kyle Fletcher against the ropes, and the referee going to break them apart. A huge right hand by Benjamin Bourne. And once again, he has Kyle Fletcher against the ropes. A huge right hand and an open hand chop. Now using that rope as leverage as he wrenches the leg of his opponent. And another right hand by Benjamin Bourne. And don't forget, our main event tonight, we have the women's world title on the line as Rachel Rodriguez will be defending against Summer Rae, the winner of last week's Battle Royal match. And there's Kyle Fletcher kicking out in two in this singles bout. And a big boot by Benjamin Bourne, a flying big boot, if you will. And here comes another kick to the sternum as, again, he walks right over Kyle Fletcher. And you can see that Benjamin Bourne is in rare form here tonight. Here he comes down with a double axe handle. He has been dominating thus far in this match. 1, 2, and Kyle Fletcher kicks out. You can see that Benjamin Bourne is bringing it up a notch, fighting a new level here tonight as he's sending Holiday Gray a huge message going into that Intercontinental Championship match at our pay-per-view event next Thursday on Christmas Day. And there's Benjamin Bourne spearing Kyle Fletcher outside the ring, and now these two are bringing the fight here at ringside. And there's Benjamin Bourne sizing him up, knee to the head, clothesline, taking him down to the outside mat. Kyle Fletcher moving out of the way there. And a spinning shoulder tackle by Kyle Fletcher, trying to turn the tables on Bad Boy Benjamin Bourne. And there's Benjamin Bourne being thrown against the steel stairs. You see Kyle Fletcher now dominating outside the ring. We're more than halfway through the ring out. Kyle Fletcher making his way inside the ring. Benjamin Bourne needs to get inside or he'll risk being counted out, and he makes it. Kyle Fletcher with a kick, with a lariat punch onto Benjamin Bourne. As a kick right to the face. Now, bringing the arm behind his back, an arm bar, and a little bit of joint manipulation as he bends the fingers on Bad Boy Bourne here. I see Kyle Fletcher now just playing with his food. He now on the offensive, now winning this match. An arm drag by Kyle Fletcher. You can see how cocky he's starting to get here, and it's cost him as Benjamin Bourne now sees an opportunity to roll into a pin. Kyle Fletcher immediately kicking out, rolling out of the ring. Both men now back inside the squared circle. Benjamin Bourne counters, and here it comes. A fisherman suplex. No, a fisherman backbuster. 1, 2, and Kyle Fletcher again kicks out. And now Benjamin Bourne looking for a high-risk maneuver as he makes his way to the top rope. Swanton by the bad boy Benjamin Bourne. Now going for the pin. 1, 2, again Kyle Fletcher with the shoulder rump. And you're starting to see there's a bit of frustration by Benjamin Bourne here, wondering what's going to take to put him away in the singles bout. There's a close on by Benjamin Bourne. You gotta wonder what's going through his mind. If he cannot beat Kyle Fletcher here tonight, what chance does he have at winning the Intercontinental Championship when he faces Holiday Gray next week on Christmas night? And now here comes Kyle Fletcher with a suplex onto Benjamin Bourne. He's sizing him up, looking to put this one away, looking to take this match home. And there's a tombstone by Kyle Fletcher. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, but Benjamin Bourne gets the shoulder up. Benjamin Bourne seems to be in a lot of trouble. Kyle Fletcher working on the ribs. A kick to the face. And again, Kyle Fletcher going for that joint manipulation as he does damage to those fingers of Benjamin Bourne there. Both knees driving into the spine. And now he's waiting for Bourne to get to his feet. He throws him against the corner. And oh my gosh, an elbow straight into the back of bad boy Benjamin Bourne here. But Bourne able to give a receipt, throwing elbow into the face of Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher though, now with a power bomb. The entire theater just shook on that move. And there's Bowling God saying, these kids are making me broke. They wanted more food. Hey, what can I say? The concessions here in New York City are very expensive. And here comes Kyle Fletcher. Kick to the face. The two now fighting outside the ring. Benjamin Bourne was dominating so much in the beginning of this match, but it seems the tables have turned so much. Kyle Fletcher now absolutely destroying Benjamin Bourne here at the holiday edition of Wednesday Night Brawl. There's an open hand chop by Kyle Fletcher. And here comes Benjamin Bourne. Going under. Neck breaker by Benjamin Bourne. And Benjamin Bourne taunting Kyle Fletcher, daring him to get back in the ring. It's grapple up. And here comes Kyle Fletcher, moving in for a suplex. No, a backbuster. Fletcher is now saying it's time. And a counter by Benjamin Bourne. A huge right hand. He goes for the Irish whip. He goes under. He goes over. And there's a hip toss by Bourne. And you can see Benjamin Bourne is completely fired up. He is making his way to the top turnbuckle. High risk maneuver. Swanton bomb, but nobody home. Kyle Fletcher rolls out of the way. And here comes a tilt-a-whirl. Tombstone by Kyle Fletcher, and this could be it. This could be the win. 1, 2, but no, somehow Benjamin Bourne pulls in deep and manages to kick out. Once more, Kyle Fletcher is starting to get angry here as Benjamin Bourne just won't seem to stay down. Here comes a tackle. He takes down Bourne again. Bourne attempting a clothesline. Fletcher off the ropes with a flying clothesline. Bourne barely on his feet right now. And here comes Fletcher coming across the ring. Clothesline. 1, 2, and again. I don't believe it. It's a Christmas miracle. How is Benjamin Bourne still able to kick out after all of that? And here comes Bourne with a reversal. Clothesline by Benjamin Bourne. He's now setting him up. Bourne looking for that win. The bad boy DDT. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Benjamin Bourne wins. What a finish. Oh, what's this? Here comes Holiday Gray, the Intercontinental Champion, making his way to the ring to meet his challenger for next week's pay-per-view event. We got the champion about to meet up with the challenger. And here's Benjamin Bourne saying, I'm right here. You want to go? Let's have this title match right now. And the Intercontinental Champion, Holiday Gray, staring down with Benjamin Bourne. You can feel the tension in these two. The tension's so thick you can cut it with a knife. It's going to be Holiday Gray versus Benjamin Bourne at Holiday Mayhem next Thursday on Christmas Day, live at Madison Square Garden. Don't go away. We still got more to come here tonight. We still have Hercules versus Catalysm going one-on-one as Hercules attempts to get a receipt after Catalysm helped Jon Moxley attack Archangel last week on Dystopia. And we got our main event. The women's world title is on the line as Rachel Rodriguez will be defending against Summer Rae. That's all coming up next after a quick break. Hey, what's up? Hey, so, Amanda, I overheard the Witch and Dio talking before. Are you two dating? Well, I mean, we've teamed up a couple of times, and I don't know, me and Dio just, we just kind of hit it off. So, yeah, I guess we want to date. Why? Oh, it's nothing. Good for you guys. I'm really happy for you, really. Steve, are you sure you're okay? You seem a little upset. Yep, no, I'm completely fine. Listen, I need to go, but look, I'm really happy for you two. I'm really happy you're hitting it off. Good luck with everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and here comes one half of the intergender tag team champions, Damian Maximus, coming out to the ring. New York City, your God has returned home. Oh yeah, you would boo me. Of course. Of course you would boo me. Forgive me. I've been on the road so much I forgot how much scum live in this city. I forgot how jealous you can all be when one of your own becomes successful. I understand. I'm a different breed. And then the rest of you? However, at least most of you are not a no-good Long Islander like Steven Dynamite. He's just like those worms from Long Island. He loves to stick his nose where it does not belong. I hope you enjoyed your win on Dystopia last week, because when me and Rebecca Troy see you at Holiday Mayhem, not only will we defend our intergender tag team titles, we will end your career and that stupid little witch once and for all. Oh, he might have just said the trigger word right there. Here comes Big Brother Dio making his way to the ring. Excuse me, but did you just threaten my sister? Tell me you didn't just threaten my sister. Mr. Sebastian, I did not expect to see you here tonight. What do I owe the pleasure? What's wrong, Damien? You're shaking. Do I intimidate you? It is almost like you did something wrong. I wonder what it could be. Could it be that you just insulted my people here in New York? No, maybe it's just how you threatened to end my little sister, the witch. Oh no, I know it is. It's because I found out that you poisoned my water before my big title defense. Okay, now Dio, I'm sure we can talk this out. Shut the hell up, boy, I am talking. You cost me my title, you cost me my reputation, but most of all, you cost me my confidence. So here is what we're gonna do. Dio, shut up! Don't worry, I'm not gonna beat your ass. Not now, anyway. You see, your good old dad thinks you deserve a lesson in how to treat your fellow man. So here is what's gonna happen. On Dystopia, it's going to be me and you, one-on-one. No Troy, no other false gods, no Dynamite, just us. We're going to have a match on Dystopia, and I'm going to beat you to an inch of your forsaken life. And there's Dio with a huge threat on Damian Maximus, saying he's going to beat him to an inch of his life when they meet on Dystopia. I'm going to tell you, that's going to be a match that you cannot miss. The Dystopia Christmas Eve special, we're going to be having the Demon, Dio Sebastian, going one-on-one with the new Olympian, Damian Maximus. Speaking of the old gods, coming up next, we still have Hercules versus Catalysm coming up next.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall Making his way to the ring, representing the Old Gods from Athens, Greece, weighing in at 341 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the mighty, unbreakable, indestructible Hercules!
It was Jon Moxley who had earned his right to be the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship back at the Survivor Games as he won the Elimination Gauntlet match. Ever since then, he made it very clear to the mighty Hercules that their title match was not just about the gold, but it was personal. This is Jon Moxley's revenge after being put in the hospital when they faced off in a steel cage many months ago. On Dystopia last week, Jon Moxley had enlisted the help of Catalysm. I apologize. It was on BRAWL last week where they had attacked Archangel backstage, sending Archangel to be out of ring action. Jon Moxley revealed that he had recruited Catalysm as a means to make sure that Hercules would not have any successful backup when they face off in the main event of Holiday Mayhem on Christmas Day. Hercules, trying to set an example as the leader of the Old Gods, has challenged the hardcore champion Catalysm in his one-on-one match here tonight. No belts will be on the line. However, what might be Hercules' advantage when it comes to his title defense at our pay-per-view event on Christmas. He needs to be 100% to take on the cunning Jon Moxley and taking on Catalysm tonight, a man who may be just as strong as him. And if anything, even more vile may be what does Hercules in going into that match. And yet, here stands the World Heavyweight Champion, despite the boos here at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Is standing in the middle of the ring, belt in hand, ready to make an example out of Catalysm tonight. Ready to send a message of what happens when you mess with the Old Gods. And you see Hercules looking around all around the Hammerstein Ballroom here at the Manhattan Center. We're live here in New York City for this champion versus champion match. And here comes the hardcore champion, the Destroyer, Catalysm.
His opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 353 pounds, the hardcore champion, the Destroyer!
And we have a comment from Bowling God 74 saying, I told them we live in New York City. Are you both having fun? They said, you are our wrestling star. And here comes Catalysm, the GTW hardcore champion in the ring. And thus far, his title reign has been 100% dominant, has gone completely undefeated since his debut here in GTW. And I'm wondering if that winning streak will continue as he takes on the World Heavyweight Champion Hercules here in tonight's singles match. And here we go, these two powerhouses, and look how easily Catalysm knocks Hercules down. Hercules being 345 pounds of raw muscle, just completely knocked over, bulldozed by the hardcore champion, Catalysm, who now puts Hercules in a camel clutch. And Hercules using that strength to try and power his way out of it. And now this is good. Oh, this is rare. This is something we don't see very often. Hercules actually being overpowered by Catalysm. This is something that does not happen very often, where it's Hercules the one looking completely intimidated. And if this is Jon Moxley's strategy, he did the right thing, recruiting someone like Catalysm to his cause. And he throws Hercules off the ropes. And what power and speed by Catalysm, completely act as a bulldozer on the World Heavyweight Champion here. And we can see that Hercules is completely struggling against the Destroyer Catalysm. And there's a huge knee right to the face as the Destroyer continues his work on the mighty Hercules here. And here it comes. Throws Hercules over the top rope, and he spears him right out of the ring, right in front of our announcer's desk. And the referee's starting to count out, and you can see Hercules is taking so much damage. Catalysm wanting to go after him, the referee attempting to hold Catalysm back, but he's just too much. And with one single punch, sends Hercules flying to the announcer's desk, and the World Heavyweight Champion just starting to fight back. And what a headbutt! I've never seen Hercules get overpowered like this before. If Hercules is not careful, if he makes it past Jon Moxley at Holly Mayhem, we may have another #1 contender right here. And there's Catalysm dislocating the shoulder of Hercules, going for the pin. One. And Hercules kicks out, but you can see the damage is done on the World Heavyweight Champion. It's very rare I see Hercules looking this desperate. And look at him just manhandling him, just squeezing those shoulders, driving those fingers right into those muscles there. And a huge right hand. And Hercules with the receipt. Catalysm coming back at him. Hercules not giving up though as he fights back. And the two are going back and forth, pound for pound in the middle of the ring here. And there's Catalysm. Here's Hercules, open hand slap. And another right hand. Hercules coming back. And here goes Catalysm with another right. Catalysm now reversing. And here we go, pound for pound with each other. Those fists locking right into each other. And Hercules managing to get a submission hold, trying his best to squeeze the life out of him. Catalysm just too strong as he goes for a choke slam. Choke slam on the World Heavyweight Champion. 1, 2, and Hercules last minute gets the rope break. Now here's Catalysm sizing Hercules up. And Hercules with a left cross. And a stack suplex by the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, and Catalysm kicks out. And here's the neckbreaker. No, Hercules transforms the neckbreaker into a lariat punch. And here he is. You can see Hercules looking to put his way early as he sets up for the God Spear. Hercules with the God Spear on Catalysm, immediately going for the pin. 1, 2, and Catalysm kicks out. I don't believe it. No one ever kicks out of the God Spear. No one has ever kicked out of the God Spear before. And Hercules applying a Boston Crab, and Catalysm with the reversal. You can see the desperation in the eyes of the World Heavyweight Champion. No one has ever kicked out of the God Spear before. Hercules now with an Irish whip. Catalysm off the ropes. Hercules attempting another spear this time. Catalysm sees it coming. Now Catalysm sizing Hercules up. I've never seen Hercules look so desperate before. Seismic toss, and here comes the pin. 1, 2, and Hercules kicks out. And you can see the surprise behind the eyes behind that mask of Catalysm. And I think Catalysm is just as surprised that Hercules kicked out as Hercules was of Catalysm. You know, there's a clothesline. Catalysm taking down Hercules. And it's just amazing how 345 pounds of muscle being completely overwhelmed by the hardcore champion. Hercules with a reversal though. There's a power slam by the mighty Hercules. And here he is, submission hold. He is squeezing for dear life here, trying to get that tap out. You can see that Catalysm just lost a lot of air. Hercules may have his opportunity here. He may finally be able to turn the tide in this singles match. The World Heavyweight Champion versus the Hardcore Champion, live at the Hammerstein Ballroom. This is the holiday season. This is New York City, and anything can happen here. Catalysm and Hercules now fighting ringside. And there's Catalysm ripping the face of Hercules. And Hercules with the reversal, shifting that 345 pounds to take him down. And Hercules throwing Catalysm full force into the announcer's desk right in front of my eyes. And a power slam. Catalysm with a reversal, go for the back of the leg. We're halfway through the count. Catalysm with a choke slam onto Hercules. And it's Catalysm throwing Hercules back in the ring. He's not going to be satisfied with the count out in this match. He's out here looking to torture this man. And a spine buster by Catalysm. The Destroyer going to work here as he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and again Hercules kicks out. You can see that pure pride through his veins as he refuses to stay down in this singles match. And there's Hercules driving his shoulder into the Destroyer Catalysm. He gets to the corner and a knee right to the face. They once again grapple up. There's Hercules throwing him off the ropes. Spear! Spear by Hercules! It's 2 times a charm. 1, 2, 3, it is! Hercules gets the win! And wait, here comes Jon Moxley! Moxley attacking Hercules from behind! Hercules had the victory there, but Jon Moxley breaking the celebration early as he hits Hercules in the face with the championship belt. And Jon Moxley just sent a clear message to his opponent at Holiday Mayhem. This Christmas, for the main event, it's going to be Hercules versus Jon Moxley for the World Heavyweight title. And I just got this in. This is coming straight from Charles Elliott back at the grill position that a new stipulation has been added. When Jon Moxley faces off against Hercules, it's going to be a Christmas death match. That's right, folks, the main event for Holiday Mayhem, the World Heavyweight title, Jon Moxley versus Hercules for the World Heavyweight title in a Christmas death match. That means no disqualification, no count out. This match goes until someone is either pinned, submitted, or knocked out. And still to come, we have our main event here tonight, the Women's World Championship, as Rachel Rodriguez is set to defend against Summer Rae, and that's coming up next, right after an interview by Victoria Wong as she talks to the timeless Toni Storm. Victoria Wong here with the first ever woman to win the Grand Tour Championship. Tony Storm, how does it feel to make history here in GTW, and do you have any comments on your upcoming rematch against Dio Sebastian on our next pay-per-view event, Holiday Mayhem? I should feel ecstatic, shouldn't I? Last week, history was made as I ascended past the norms. Skyrocketed expectations. History was indeed made on Dystopia, yet I feel hollow. You see, as much as I would love to celebrate, I did not win on my own merit. No, rather, something foul at play. Now some may say, I owe the Olympians, as they call themselves, a big warm thank you, but instead I feel contempt. You see, when Tony Storm holds a title, it is of my own merits, and anything else is tainted. Rest assured, Damien, you are far from my good graces, and you, Rebecca Joy, you might be one hell of a woman, but when I am done with you, you'll be chopped liver. In the meantime, Mr. Sebastian, I will see you at Madison Square Garden on Christmas. May the best woman or man win. Welcome back, everyone, and it is time for tonight's main event as Summer Rae challenges Rachel Rodriguez for the GTW Women's World Championship right here, right now on Wednesday Night Brawl.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Championship.
And here comes the challenger, Summer Rae. She made her debut at a weekly show on Dystopia last week, competing in a 6-woman Battle Royal match. It was Rachel Rodriguez's request that an undercard wrestler would have the opportunity to fight in the Battle Royal, since she herself went from undercard to women's champion in a single night. She wanted to make sure that another woman had the same opportunity, and it paid off as Summer Rae ended up being the last woman standing in the Battle Royal match. And is now here at the main event of Wednesday Night Brawl, live here in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom. The challenge, Rachel Rodriguez for the Women's World title. And here she is, folks, the Women's Champion, the famous Rachel Rodriguez, the woman who went from undercard to Women's Champion in a single night after winning in an 8-woman Survivor Games Elimination Gauntlet match, defeating one of the old gods, Amber Charlotte, in order to pick up the gold. And here she is, living the dream. 0 to hero, just like that. Rachel Rodriguez will be going for her 3rd title defense here tonight.
Introducing the challenger, from Raleigh, North Carolina, Stuart Ray. And her opponent, from Los Angeles, California, the Women's Champion, Rachel Rodriguez.
And here we go, the Women's Championship on the line. The winner of this is considered the best woman in their division. Both these women both from the undercard. Now, main eventing here at the Hammerstein Ballroom, Wednesday Night Brawl. And we're starting off big. Rachel Rodriguez with a straight combo and a face buster onto Summer Rae. And here's the women's champion getting ready to jump off the ropes. High-risk maneuver onto Summer Rae. Rachel Rodriguez with a huge advantage over the challenger. She comes off the ropes with a leg drop. And here she is for seconds. A second leg drop. This time Summer Rae sees it coming. And here she is with a tackle, taking down Rachel Rodriguez with those hard strikes. And there's Summer Rae using a hair to bang Rachel Rodriguez's head into the canvas over and over. And now the two women fighting outside as Rachel Rodriguez gives her the receipt. And a huge slap across the face. And there's a judo flip by Rachel Rodriguez onto the challenger Summer Rae as they now fight outside the ring. And you can see that the fans at the front row now getting their money worth as these two fight at ringside. And there's Summer Rae being tossed inside the ring. And a knee buster by Rachel Rodriguez, now going for the pin in his title match. 1. And Summer Rae somehow manages to kick out here. And now, Rachel Rodriguez going for a high-risk maneuver. Top rope as she waits for Summer Rae to get to her feet. And there's a lariat right off the top rope. Summer Rae with a boot to the face. Possum pin. 1. And Rachel Rodriguez kicks out. And a reversal by the women's champion. 1, 2. And here's the challenger, Summer Rae, with a reversal of her own. Another count coming up. 1. And a kick out by the women's champion, Rachel Rodriguez. You can see that Summer Rae has brought her A game as she's bringing every counter she knows to the women's champion. Now choking the champion in the corner with the heel of her boot. And here comes the grapple. Rachel Rodriguez being thrown into the corner. Women's championship on the line as Summer Rae brings the champion to the top rope and throws her right out of the ring. Once again, these two women fighting ringside in this main event match. And a flying clothesline by the women's champion, Rachel Rodriguez. And this is starting to look more like an all-out fight than a wrestling match here, as these two are doing everything they can to each other to secure victory. Rachel Rodriguez going for a suplex. Summer Rae reverses, now kicking in the back of the leg. And she throws Rachel Rodriguez into the steel stairs. Here comes Summer Rae now with a figure 4 leg lock on the champion that won't do her any good outside the ring though. And here she goes. Throwing Rachel Rodriguez back into the ring here. And here comes the all-out assault by Summer Rae. She's going for the pin, hoping that will be enough to keep her down. But now Summer Rae is realizing she's going to have to do a lot more to the women's champion if she wants the title here tonight. And here she goes, sizing her up. Sizing up her prey. And Rachel Rodriguez with an elbow. An amazing counter by the women's champion. She goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Summer Rae getting the shoulder up at the last second. There's a leg drop by Rachel Rodriguez. She's coming in for round 2. This time it connects. You see Summer Rae desperately trying to get to her feet on the ring apron here. And here comes Rachel Rodriguez meeting her outside. And a full-on slam right onto the ring apron. Once again, taking this fight outside the ring. As a stipulation for tonight's championship main event, there will be no countouts in this match. Disqualifications are still in effect, but this match will not end with a countout. Someone must either be pinned or there must be a submission. And there's Summer Rae with those huge left hands and a slap across the face, insulting the women's champion. And there goes a lariat kick. He throws the champion off the ropes, and again, just pounding away at her. Those huge right hands leaving marks on Rachel Rodriguez's face. And again, Rachel Rodriguez kicks out. The women's champion still has fight left in her. There's a jawbreaker by Summer Rae. Rachel Rodriguez rolling out of the ring for just a moment to get a breather. Summer Rae fooling around way too much, getting too confident there, playing to the crowd here in New York City, allowing Rachel Rodriguez to gain the advantage. A big rookie mistake by the challenger's part, Summer Rae. And Rachel Rodriguez sizing her up here. Here comes the Irish whip. Summer Rae off the ropes. And here's the lariat by Summer Rae. Here comes the headlock. She's got the submission hold locked in. Will Summer Rae tap out? Will she tap? No. No, somehow she gets out of the hold. Rachel Rodriguez still being persistent. And here she comes with a spike suplex onto Summer Rae. Wait, what's this? What's this? That's Asuka! That's Asuka's music. What's Asuka doing here? Asuka, who had challenged Rachel Rodriguez for the Women's Championship back at All-Star, but lost the challenge. And her music just played out of nowhere, distracting Rachel Rodriguez. And Rachel Rodriguez kicking out despite the distraction caused by Asuka. I want to know what that's all about. Asuka was her last opponent at All-Star. Rachel Rodriguez successfully defended her women's title against her. And I have a feeling that Asuka is not done with her just yet. And here comes Summer Rae with a clothesline right off the top turnbuckle. And here comes the pin. And Rachel Rodriguez gets the shoulder up. You can see the visible frustration on the face of Summer Rae. Desperately putting her in a crossface here. Rachel Rodriguez with the reversal though. And there's a reverse backbuster by Rachel Rodriguez. Now placing Summer Rae in a submission hold, having her in the headlock. Will she tap out? She has her in the middle of the ring. There's nowhere to grab the rope. And she taps out. Rachel Rodriguez successfully defends the women's title.
Here is your winner, and still women's champion, Rachel Rodriguez.
Despite the distraction caused by Asuka's entrance music, Rachel Rodriguez still found a way, using her submission hold to make the challenger Summer Rae tap out. Rachel Rodriguez is still the GTW World Women's Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, may your fantasies be infinite.